Welcome to Julia Lives. I paid $1,447 US dollars on American Airlines to take a flight round trip from Michigan to Madrid. I had one connection in Chicago. I also paid to upgrade my seats. I paid a total of $97 each way to get into the Comfort Plus seats, which is well worth it. Now, oddly enough, the flight was booked through American and handled through British Airways. However, British Airways then uses Iberia. So here's the seat. This one was $58, and you'll see it's right in the front. Those little dots are where you can hook up a bed for a baby if you're traveling with an infant. So I have seen people do that before too. So this is the flight. We're right behind the next leg up here in terms of class. They do close the curtain, but didn't bother me. I had plenty of leg room and plenty of room if I wanted to take a short nap. They do provide you with a toothbrush and toothpaste and an eye mask too, and of course a blanket and pillow. This is one of the meals that they provided. They love Coke Zero. I think it was like butter chicken. It was fine. I've had long haul flights before, and they're always about the same. It's usually some chicken thing, or they'll offer you a vegetarian dish if you have that, or if you have some other meal issue. They always give you bread. I liked it that they gave us actual silverware. I thought that was nice. And then the next meal that I have here was, I think it was in the morning, and they give you a ham sandwich. They did that both ways. They also gave us a snack of Kit Kats and ice cream. So they do feed you fine as long as you're not particular. Now this is the Madrid airport when you land, and you can see people are hustling to get to their bags, and it's glitz and it's bright. I happen to just get into a taxi. They're all over the place. It's very easy to spot. The Madrid airport is huge though, so now this is where this becomes important. So when you arrive, if you're leaving out of Madrid, you're going to need to find a list of numbers on the screen. You see those? It tells the terminal, it says which airline, it tells the flight number, and then those numbers that say, for instance, 850 to 919. That's the bank of check-in numbers. So see those, 870, 871. You need to identify your number and then go find that bank, and it's just that simple. And there's typically like a bank of 4, so it'll give you a range. This happened to be mine. They took me right away. They were using Google Translate, so if you don't speak Spanish, don't be afraid to have Google Translate. So this is the Madrid airport, and it's glitzy. There's plenty of food. I, however, had access through my daughter to the airport lounge. Oh yeah, and I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. I had never been in one, but it is something else. They do have Starbucks, and I know when you're in Madrid, you can find all kinds of other food options, but to me, that felt like home. So in any event, here we go as we get into, this is the gate to go to Morocco, but here we go to the airport lounge. It's all the food you can eat, all the drinks. If you like alcohol, there's an open bar. I don't drink, and I certainly wasn't going to drink in the morning. But look at all that, the grab and go, the pop. They're constantly coming around and cleaning up. There were charging stations. It was immaculate. It was phenomenal. It is definitely worth it. If you travel a lot, her access is through a credit card feature. So you can look into that, because there are definitely perks to things where you get access to something like this, especially if you had a family. Now, you'll find in Europe, they love to get into the queue really early. This is our flight to Morocco on Ryanair, which was about $50 a piece. I was worried about taking it back, so I booked on Iberia for Morocco back to Madrid. And I actually, the experience there was actually worse. So here's customs. We get in here, and my God, it is a zoo. And people were frantic. They did not open the check-in counter until barely enough time, so everybody's waiting. And then the good news is you get right on the flight. So the Iberia flight back was about $100 a piece, a little more expensive. However, those are just some tips, and I hope you found those helpful when you're traveling through Madrid.